What's up, everybody? This is Judith Echo. You're listening to Mad Love. Let's chop some shit up. So, I had a glorious, absolutely glorious Christmas Day. I did absolutely nothing. I did a family party yesterday, as is the tradition in our family, and that was fun. It was nice. But today, I was feeling like I was catching a little bit of something at my cousin's house. And I don't know what it was, but at some point I was just overly congested. I think it's allergies. I couldn't tell. I was like, I can't catch a cold. And so I sort of tanked up on cold medicine when I got home. And it left me pretty drowsy. So I stayed pretty low key today. And it was great. I watched a lot of football. Not great games, though. Nobody I was rooting for has won at all today. I don't know what to make of Detroit. They really missed Ben Johnson on the offensive side of the ball. That's all I can make of this drop-off. They looked horrible. And then not the Redskins, the Commanders. That was weird. They seemed like they could win the game, and then they just, didn't. The Cowboys didn't look great. Not sure what was going on with Dak. I mean, there was a stretch where they just could not complete passes. And I was like, man, what's this about? Those were two very difficult games to watch. And so I think Denver will probably look much better and probably beat the Chiefs, but who knows? So it's really weirding me out. And the other thing is Netflix. So you pay for Netflix. How is this not a scam? You're paying for Netflix, and yet during the games, there's commercials. I don't understand. So they're basically just streaming the broadcast with their own badging on it. I mean, they're getting paid twice for us watching, because you already got our subscription money, and then you're still putting commercials in the games. And I guess that's been true all this time on Amazon Prime too, but that's just one game a week. When you're watching multiple games, and it's like, well, what's happening here? Why do you need all the money? If somebody's already paying for a service, why do we have to be subjected to commercials? It's just annoying. I don't understand how that's not a scam. So anyway, I was talking to my younger relatives who are aware of the TikTok braces lady. Apparently, these people aren't getting braces to fix their teeth. They're getting braces because they think they're a fashion statement, which is even dumber. And I was like, what? But they're real braces. They're not fake braces. So you're really going to shift your teeth around because you want to wear fashion braces? That's not even a thing. That is very strange. I don't know. I think some of these people are just saying they want to wear them for fashion, but they have to be trying to get their teeth fixed for $150. But you're putting real braces on. Why would you wear fashion braces? That's not even a real thing. That next thing you know, they're going to be going over somebody's house to get a cast put on. I see my fashion cast. Like, what? I don't get it. I don't understand it. That's weird to me. And people are going to go to prison because you cannot put veneers and braces in people's mouths and do severe, real dental work that could get infected. You could kill somebody. People don't realize it, but it's like those infections in your teeth, some of that they think also causes dementia. Like people with bad teeth and bad gum health, all that stuff it's not good for you. So don't mess around with your teeth and your gums and go to somebody's basement and get some veneers for fashion. It's weird. It's not a thing. So mostly today I had a great day, but I am annoyed with the scamorama that is the NFL. And they show so many commercials, and this is the only TV I watch, and it's just brutal. It's brutal. And today was the day of the backup QB. I have a hard time believing that Amazon and Netflix got their money's worth. These were not. I think all three games have a backup quarterback in them. So, and I know this was not what they paid all that money for, but I can just see eventually the business parts of the NFL are going to really make me break up with football, because now I think they're scamming. I think the refs are in on something, because some of the calls are really just bad, and then there's that part, and then there's how they treat their fans. It's like you're just extorting us and bleeding us for cash. And now Missouri's losing the Chiefs. They're going to be playing in Kansas. That is sad. I don't even know how that happened. But Missouri does stuff weird sometimes, so I don't know. But they're building a new stadium in Kansas, and everything is just about more and more money. And then the quality of the game is not improving. And it's hard. It's hard. Everything has a season. And at some point, a lot of people are going to feel like me too, and this won't be the most popular sport. Think about it. There are people who could never imagine baseball not being the number one sport, or boxing not being the number one sport, but only in this country because everybody else loves soccer. So who knows? But I'm telling you, I'm tired of capitalism, and I'm a capitalist. I want people to make money. I love money. And I just don't understand why you have to make all the money at the expense of your fan base that you claim to care about. There are people in Buffalo now who know they won't be able to afford to go see a game at the new stadium that they're building. I watched a breakdown today about how the Rams left St. Louis, and it was like, anybody paying attention could tell it was never really about anything other than they wanted to exploit LA's market, because it's much bigger, and people go to LA. People travel to LA. They want to go to LA. Not a lot of people want to go to St. Louis, right? They don't want to come here. A lot of people have family here, so low key, you could see anybody in St. Louis, because almost everybody has a family member in St. Louis, right? But it's not the kind of city that people cheer about or brag about. Think about it. Look at all the people from St. Louis. They don't make movies here. Can you imagine if Ben Affleck and Matt Damon were from St. Louis? We'd see movies constantly. Everybody from Boston goes to Boston to make projects. Nobody comes to St. Louis to make projects. And you got people on TV and movies. They're from St. Louis, but they don't build studios here. They don't fund projects here. Nothing gets shot or filmed here. It's strange. I don't know. It's almost like it's a secret to be from St. Louis, and if you know, but you don't come back here to do anything. Yes, Tina Turner went to high school in St. Louis, but it's not like she came to St. Louis and did anything. Arthur Ashe wanted to come to Sumner High School, where my mom went. He begged his family to let him come here to go to that high school. That high school is barely surviving. It's a weird city. And I'll give you my best example. So Chuck Berry, often considered just the author of rock and roll, he grew up in an area called the Ville. My mom lived in that area, which is hilarious because, side note, my mom tried to ruin rock and roll. So my mom worked in his sister's beauty salon, sweeping up hair, and Chuck used to practice there. And apparently my mom walked up to him and was like, "Look, this sounds terrible. You need to stop." And thankfully, Chuck Berry had tons of self-esteem and didn't listen to her and went on to have an amazing career. So my point is, that part of town where he grew up is now, it got really damaged by the tornadoes, but it looked pretty bad before. My grandmother's house is gone. My mom's best friend's house around the corner is got like no front to it anymore. It's almost starting to look like a prairie. They started to just tear down these houses, and it was just a historical neighborhood. And almost everybody in that area went to Sumner High School. It was a big deal. And instead of the neighborhood where Chuck Berry grew up being a historical site or the home of a 24-hour 50s memorabilia style diner, it is like a war zone. It's super violent, lots of crime, houses are falling down, extreme poverty. Their historical school was damaged in the tornado, I believe. I know their grammar school was. My mom's grade school has really been devastated. And I think the high school has had damage and may not make it. And I'm thinking only in St. Louis, with this area, which housed every successful Black person to come out of the 50s, because that's where we were allowed to live. People of color couldn't live anywhere they wanted in St. Louis at that time. But only here would it be like a wasteland instead of a memorabilia area. All you need, so Chuck Berry has a restaurant, Chuck Berry had a restaurant. I think he got in some trouble for it too. He had cameras in the bathroom, bad. But before that, he used to play at a place called, it just jumped out of my head. Blueberry Hill. Blueberry Hill is nowhere close to the Ville. Why not? The area where where Tina Turner and Ike played, that I just passed that yesterday. That ballroom, it's in disrepair. Somebody's rebuilding it now, but that neighborhood is not a neighborhood that's what anybody would call super safe. So I hope that they, make a tourist area out of it, but you got to invest a lot of money to stabilize it. And that's what I don't understand. St. Louis is just a city without vision. There's no reason in the world why the Ville shouldn't be this fun, exciting tourist trap where you can go and have a great meal, and spend the night walking around, going to clubs and listening to music. That's what it should be. Chuck Berry grew up there. I mean, I just don't get it. I mean, and thank God he didn't listen to my mom, because my mom was trying to, end rock and roll before it began. But that's a vision. Why isn't that a real thing? Because that's what would be happening if he was from New Orleans, or if he was from, someplace in New Jersey. That town would be dedicated to him. I don't get it. St. Louis is weird. It's home. It'll always be where I grew up, but I really honestly don't get it. So we will see what the future holds, but those are my thoughts. Kansas City scored a touchdown. They're 6-9. Denver is 12-3. I have a hard time believing they're not going to win this game. So we'll see how it goes. But it is a scamorama when you have to pay for a service and then also pay for commercials on top of that. It's just fucking greedy. And I really resent it. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on that. I think it's just greed. I don't get it, and it's super annoying. Hopefully one day we'll look back on this time in history and be like, that's when we broke free. That's when we woke up and realized this could be great. And so we set out to make a great world. And on this Christmas night, I pray for a nice world for all of us. I hope you had an amazing day as well. I did. It's been great. I really relaxed. I really leaned into it. And I hope you have a beautiful day. Tomorrow, when you listen to this, I hope you smash the like button, subscribe, follow, share, And really, let's start clearing the decks of 2025 and focus on our goals for 2026. I was giving a friend a lecture earlier today. Don't send mixed signals to the universe. God responds to your signal. So whatever signal you want for 2026, focus on that to the exclusion of everything else. Because what happens is you have something that, I don't know what this lady's doing upstairs. What the fuck is she doing? It's like she's dropping rocks. Strange. Anyway, that's how you lose. See, I got distracted. That's how you lose your signal, because, you know, you start thinking about the thing that you want and then thinking of all the reasons why you won't get it. Don't do that anymore. Don't do that anymore. Whatever it is you want, just have faith like a kid that you're going to get it. Because that's what used to happen when you were a kid. You knew somebody was going to come through for you, unless it was dangerous or something you didn't really need to have. But for the most part, you'd be like, yeah, I'm getting a new bike. And then you'd get a new bike because somebody was listening. Your parents they don't want you to not have a new bike. You know, it may not be in their budget. Like Christmas budget is different than regular budget, but you know, you got what you needed and you got a lot of the things you wanted. So you got to live your life like that as an adult. You can't say, I want to fall in love, but I don't know if as soon as you start going down there, it's like, well, then you sent two signals. The stronger signal is the one that gets the reaction. So just focus on what you love and what you want and what you believe should happen. And that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. You're going to experience that because the universe responds to your signal. It doesn't respond to, you know, just your thoughts. It's what you really believe that you experience. So try to believe for the best all the time because you deserve the best. Yeah? Take care of yourselves. Have a great weekend.